Hello there, back again. So this is a demonstration of the setup working. This is the kind of setup that you will see anyone around the world using when they're recording any kind of live gaming tournament. Obviously with me it's fighting games in particular, but this can be used for any console video game really, and it can be adapted for PC games as well. Now, we have you focused on the screen here because I'm showing you two very important things here. One, this is not an Xbox, this is a PlayStation. You can see there. Two, it's at 1080p, right? So this is a live demonstration of me recording at a screen at max resolution, which shows that the native resolution of the monitor, you can use any, and you should be inflicting no additional lag onto the players. You can use any native resolution with the equipment that I'm about to show you here. So with that, do note that this screen is at 1080p, and I'm going to show you recording an XSplit at the end of this video. So if we move over here, I'm going to show you where all the cables are going. So we start with the console. We're using a PS3, as I said. Have that there? Yep. So from the PS3, you're probably not going to be able to see this, but there's a HDMI cable and an audio cable. The HDMI cable comes over here to the splitter. That's it coming in the side there. There's two HDMI cables coming out of the splitter. One goes into the back of the monitor. It's very important that you have as little interference going to the monitor as possible. So there's no converters, there's nothing recording off the signal that's going to the monitor. It's going straight to the monitor. It's split, but it's a powered splitter, so there should be zero lag. This monitor is as fast as it's going to get, again running on its native resolution. The audio is going to an audio splitter, this black box here. That might be a bit difficult for the camera. Can I move it if you?
No, good.
No, it's fine. In the back of this audio splitter, you see these cables here. The important thing to note is that it's coming out from the audio splitter, which uses RCA cables, and I'll show you this in another video in more detail. There's an RCA to 3.5mm with a female to female there, and that will allow people to plug in their own headphones. And you can have a wolf crone situation going on there where people are able to bring their own headphones and use them. So, that's the audio situation directly from the console. That's an important little feature to have. We're going to go back to the HDMI splitter. And we're going to follow the second cable, the white one. Now I've used the white one for the whole way of this path to show what it's doing. It's coming out from the HDMI splitter and it's going into this little device here called the Sewell HDMI splitter. You might be saying, why have you got two HDMI splitters in a row? And you'll be correct, it's a very silly thing to do. Except this strips HDCP encoding from a HDMI signal, which means this little device allows you to record on HDMI on PS3. Yay! That has been a big problem for years for people. That only cost me €20. You can get it off Amazon. It's brilliant. This video also serves as a working demonstration of the Sewell doing its thing, because people always ask. So the white HDMI leaves the HDMI splitter, goes through the Sewell, and comes here into my HDP VR2 capture device. Again, this is running at 1080p. It's capturing HDMI footage from a PlayStation 1080p. I think we should move down to the front now to show the second half if possible. Well, that's not there, just to make things nice and awkward. There's a second audio cable running from the audio splitter. You can see at the back there, running into the audio splitter, into the audio mixer. Sorry, my apologies. The audio mixer has headsets for the commentators. There's the commentary headset. I only have one here, but technically you can have up to 4. So, because the game volume is going into the audio mixer, the commentators will be able to hear the game volume. The audio mixer, I use analog audio mixing because I think it gives me a lot more control. When I can, I'll put the game volume through that, but I'm not actually demonstrating that here for the recording purposes. There is a second headset here, and this will be used by your spooky, by your recording guy. That's what he will use to monitor the noise levels to make sure he's not blowing people's heads off with the audio. So that's important. There is another RCA to 3.5mm here, recording out, which is leading into the laptop here. So we want to move around to the laptop, and we'll show people what's on the laptop. So there's your audio into the laptop. Around here is a USB for the hauppauge leading into the laptop. And here is my little webcam that you can see sitting on top of the laptop. That's a 720p webcam for the purposes of streaming or recording for YouTube. That's excellent. You can actually see here, there's that, it's probably a little bit blurry on that now, but that says 1080p. There's just a bit of evidence that this is working. I'll just move the up and down. There's an 1800 millisecond delay on the recording. So not much I can do about that now. So here's this stick just moving it. And there's me using the other foot there. Hi, Rachel. So, what I'm going to do now, as a final thing, is cut in a bit of footage of me playing the game to show you what it looks like when it's recorded. So, here I am. You can see me there, sitting on my little webcam that's usually aimed at the players. You can see the game there. I'm just going to do a guile trial just to show it working with the camera on me, although I'll be looking at that screen, not this screen. I can hear the game in these headphones. I can also hear myself talking. If there was a second commentator, I could also hear them talking. I have a second headset beside me here, and that is for the recording fella to listen on the monitors. Okay, let's give it a go. So there you go, that's all there is to it. It looks very simple from this angle, doesn't it?